just a little bit different. We're actually going to do a new series. I'm thinking it's going to be a mini series, but I'm calling it Escape from Pertam. However, it's actually, as you can see, there's a little bit different things going on right now. We don't have the alien planet in this system. We have Pertam. We also have Triton, and there is a third planet, a gas giant that's out there for space stuff. But really, more than anything, we're just here to escape. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be trying out a new mod that provides with a new kind of respawn vehicle. So that respawn vehicle is going to show up. Hey, thanks for joining. That respawn vehicle is going to show up. It's different on every planet, so we'll see what it turns out to look like on this one. I have played through this a little bit with a couple of other ones, so we'll see how it goes. Basically, we're going to be we don't have any progression going on. I will not be using my jetpack on planet, and all of the components that are normally produced by assemblers cannot be produced by assemblers. However, the survival kit can produce whatever components it makes. However, stone is not something that we're going to process. So we need ores. So we're going to probably need to include a sorter. And until we get sorters in place, we'll have to sort it by hand because stone will not be something that we can use. So we're going to have to find ores, which means it's a little bit more complicated. But this is Escape from Pertam. We're going to go ahead and get started. Now we'll see how difficult it is. If the difficulty isn't too bad, then we'll keep going. If the difficulty we want to try to get a little bit tougher, I will probably add lightning that damages. We definitely want that. And of course there'll be salvage and things to find somewhere out there. And there's a lot of little restrictions. We'll go into them a little bit further once we get down there because then we'll put them onto the survival kit. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and land. Yes, permanent death is in place, so everything gets wiped out and we spawn as a new player each time that we die. So, we want to make sure we have that respawn in place. And here we go. All right, let's jump out here and take a look. All right, wow, this is looking pretty cool. Uh-oh. Hello? Can we get a parachute? Like seriously? Okay, I was afraid I wasn't going to do it. So this is a unique respawn pods mod. Different every time. Looks like we got a truck for this one. This is really cool. I did one on the Earth-like planet, and with Earth-like planet you got something that looked kind of like a Humvee with a trailer attached to it. So this is a little different. Alright, cool. Looks like we're in the rocky area here too. And there's the moon out there that's not the regular moon. Alright. Wow. Okay. So here we go. Let's get this show started here. We're going to need to grind this stuff down and see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and release the... attach this. Alright. Parking release. Let's go ahead and back out. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have... I'm going to pull over here next to it. We can grind that down for component parts. That'll be really good. My previous playthroughs, I used a number of different respawn pods, and I haven't tried this one yet. So this is good. I like that. Little extra components we can start with, which is good. Now, one of the things we got to watch out for is because it's not just us on this planet. There are things on here that will eat me if I'm not careful. So got to be careful. Let's go ahead and snatch up a weapon here just to be on the safe side. I do not have economy set for this first episode. Economy will be added on the second episode, assuming that we live through this moment. You know what we're going to need to do? We're actually going to probably want a cargo pod in the back to put this stuff in. Since we're not grabbing components, I think getting rid of the whatever is... Oh, come on. Seriously? Wow. Is that what we're doing today? Aha! Yep. I knew there had to be something in here. Wow. Mag plates no less, huh? Alright, that's cool. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ha! There we go. Guess we just need to open up the thing. It's so quiet out here. Disturbingly quiet, actually. Oh well. We definitely got to get our jukebox in place. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and update this because we're not going to put this on here. We're going to actually go text and we're going to put the rules in place. Hopefully nothing shows up while we're doing this, because it would really be a unfortunate circumstance if we did that. And I want to be able to put these on here because of the fact that we can still access this from our cockpit, actually. You know what? Maybe that might be safer. I mean, I don't know that anything's going to pop up, but again, I don't know for sure there isn't. So let's stick with the plan here. We'll update it here in a second. We need these components because some of them are not going to be usable for, okay. I want to get this thing set up so that we can, I'm not going to change the position. Well, if I don't change the position of this, how am I going to be able to utilize it for anything? Well, actually, I don't really need it for anything, really. Just to respawn and for processing stuff. And we can access it from the side, so yeah, I think we're alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these things out of the way. Want to get a couple of cargo pods in place. That way we can get some really good materials put away. So one of the rules that I have in this playthrough that's going to make it so brutal, really, in all honesty, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. Small grid vehicles, no problem. Small grid flyers, no problem too. The base, though, we're going to go back to trying to do an airship. I want to be able to do a aerial base. So whatever base we make, it's going to have to be ready to fly. I've done like mobile bases before that are like wheels and stuff, and we did try in the Crashed on Mars series to get set up with. Actually, you know what we need to do? We really need to turn this survival kit sideways, actually, because we want to be able to connect it with those so that we can dump material in there. So yeah, it's got to move. Wow, that's going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Okay, well, dang. Alright, well, let's do this. So yeah, I've done like mobile stuff before, and it works pretty good. I do like it, but... And there's something to be said about stationary ones too, so let's go ahead. Oh wait, what are we, when I don't really want. Let's do that right there. Oh, we've already got it. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and get the survival kit placed in play here. I mean, I don't expect us to have to deal with any kind of weird, creepy crawlies or anything like that right now because, well, we just landed. But you never know. Oh yeah, and we do have the problem of, well, I don't know if I'd call it the problem of, but we do have to deal with the wonderful world of meteors, like ridiculous meteors. So we want to get moving and get this thing done. The key is just keep moving, to keep on motion, because when those meteors come down, it's not going to be a pretty sight, and that's the truth. So, all right, we'll put that. Let's see, what do we need? Why is it unable to place? Why? What is, oh, ha! Light armor panels. Of course there's panels. Why wouldn't there be? Huh, that's an interesting build there, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and get this in there. We'll put that one in place there. And let's go ahead and... We're going to interior plate that. Okay, let's jump down. Let's try to find some interior plates. Ba-da-bum-ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum. You got interior plates. We'll take you. And you. Okay, let's get this thing. And we can use it without a display, which is one of the reasons why I like those containers, actually. And now we're going to rotate that. Well, yeah, let's rotate it. Alright, let's go ahead and get up here. Let's see. I have to admit, it's really nice that this whole thing remained in place. This is the first time it's actually held in place. I've used this on a couple of other planets, like the Earth-like planet, and it always seemed to break and get all messed up. So I'm really glad that that turned out the way it did. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this down to size. Only because I want that upper part up there. We need those motors. Well, aren't you being a pain? There we go. Now where is that thing in there? Perfect. That'll give us the motors we need for that container, and that's good because we'll need it. We're actually going to need all these components if we can get them in here because of the fact that, well, we got to build a base. And it's going to require components. We may have to actually find an encounter and take it over. I generally, as a rule, whenever I do these playthroughs, I usually give myself one encounter that I can claim. But usually I do it as a baseline for... I usually do it as a baseline for a build for a base, but I don't know. We'll have to see what comes up with. I only like to do one. I like to limit myself a little bit. Makes it a bit challenging. Here they come. Please don't hit my vehicle. I have no way of defending except moving. Alright, let's look. Where are they at? There they are. Alright, it's looking like they're going high. I'm okay with that. Hopefully it doesn't stir up any bugs or bad guys or anything. All I got is a pea shooter right now. I don't really have the capability to defend. I just got on planet. Now right now, the really big thing I want to get is anything that has pipes in it for sure, because we can't make pipes. We can only gather them because they are made by assemblers, and per the rules for this playthrough, you can't use the component option on the assemblers. Making this a bit of a challenge more than I usually do. So. Alright, let's go ahead and put these into the back end. Get those loaded in there. Oh yeah, that's gonna fill it up nicely. I think I'm gonna pull these out of here, and we'll put these in the second cargo container there. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and jump in here, and then we're gonna talk about what we're going to do while we're charging up. Let's go ahead and go down to the survival kit. Alright, there's a survival kit. We're going to go to the top panel. Top panel content is going to be text, of course. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about what are the challenges in this playthrough. What are we going to do? The objective is really simple. Get off the planet. That's all it is. It's just escape, get away. But it's a lot easier said than done. So we're going to say the first restriction is assemblers cannot make components. That's our first one. Oops, and good gravy. My typing sucks, guys, today. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Let's see. Assemblers. There we go. Okay, assemblers cannot make components. So that's the first challenge. Number two. The number two thing we've got to deal with is that we can't use a jetpack on planet. No jetpack on planet. Alright, that's a pain, but we can work with that. Okay. Large grid and base builds need to be flyers. So small grid we can make whatever we want, but anything large grid and the base builds have to be a flyer. So that this basically, I mean, until we get it, once we get it built, obviously it has to be on the ground unless we can somehow manage to get one up there and hold it in place, which would really be kind of cool. I was thinking like maybe use the roof of a structure that we capture and then tear it apart and leave it floating up there until we get it ready to go, and then we switch it over to ship. But anyway, so that's the next challenge we got to deal with is the situation of the flyers. For base, no jetpack on planet. Assemblers cannot make components. Let's see here. What other kind of challenges do we have here? Of course, permanent death, but that's, you know, be that as it may, that's not something unusual. So other than that, we're good to go. There's no progression. You can salvage and build whatever you like. So that's where we're at with that. Let's see, I'm trying to think. There was one other thing that I was going on, but I don't remember what it is. So that being the case, we're just going to go with these, and of course I like to put them on the survival kit because that, you know, that tells me, hey, this is what's going on. This is the situation. So we're going to do that, and I'm pretty sure that that's too small, but as long as it's on there, we can reference it, you see? Alright, let's get back to grinding. We want to get this thing, we want to get moving as pretty much ASAP. I don't know how long it's going to be safe sitting here, so... Oh yes, the boring part of doing this. But the key here is we keep moving. We don't have a static. If we're going to do mining, we can do a drill, but we can't do a static drill. We have to make a build that is that we can drop from the air in place, or possibly have a drill on the actual base that we have, the flyer. I know we tried this in Crash on Mars, and it didn't quite work out the way we planned it because we made it too heavy. But I have some build ideas on how to be able to make this airship work for us. Okay, that just about scared me, because I know this planet has stuff on it. It just hasn't come up yet. So I'm trying to get this ground down as quick as I can, guys, because I just know. It's just too dang quiet on this planet, man. Alright, let's see here. Get this. We're just gonna grind these down as quickly as we can. But we do have to decide how to go about building our base, and we can do a large grid, you know, add in an assembler, add in a, although we need to do a regular assembler. Well, actually, no, it doesn't really matter, because we can do a basic assembler and still generate Gatling ammunition if we need it. Obviously, without a jetpack to work with, we don't have to worry too much about the tanks, the air tanks. But there are other things that we can do. Now, I did include a number of mods, the speed mod, King speed mods on here, so we gotta watch out on our speed so we don't splatter ourselves. I also have the Life Productions, the mod that gives you the ability to be able to make first aid kits and those little power packs. So uh-oh. Getting dark. I don't like that. I don't like it, guys. Gotta hurry, guys. I don't know what lurks out here at night on this planet. Oh, come on. Alright, we're good to go. And we are. We cleaned that up really good, didn't we? Yep. Alright, so I guess we gotta get moving. I don't know that I want to go that way. It looks pretty rough. Wow, this all looks rough, honestly. Where do we get down from here? Oh, there we go. I see how we're gonna go. Let's go down here. Well, we just had to land up here, up above. Wait, Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, we got lights. That's good. I see how we can go. We go down here. Here we go. Okay, cool. I mean, we really don't have a direction, but we got to find a spot where we can start building our airship, and that is going to be pivotal. So really, I think under the circumstances, probably the best bet would be to, you know, take some of this hilly stuff. Ooh, there's ice down there. But really, what does ice do for us? Do we have... Oh, wait a minute. Does this thing have a hydrogen engine on it? No. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Let's check and see. Make sure there's nothing hidden. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we don't have a... Dang. We gotta find someplace... We gotta find some salvage. That's just all there is to it. So we gotta get moving. I am gonna mark this, though, with a GPS marker for ice. Because that could be really helpful. Particularly if we have to use that as a power source. Alright, let's, cobalt, not gonna worry too much about that. Alright, man, this is like... Why am I not... Okay, what are we doing here? All of a sudden these guys, this wheel situation is like, doesn't have the climbing power. Save it. Alright, now let's see, what do we got here? Okay, power's up. Oh, we need to increase the strength. There we go. Alright, cool. Height differentials in place, friction's good. Alright, cool. Alright. How did we... What in the hell? We were rolling along really good, and now... Alright, why are we stuck here? Fine, now let's get down. What in the heck? Oh, I see what's going on. It's too narrow, and we got high centered on it. I see. Uh-oh. Sandstorm coming. Oh, come on. Seriously? What the heck? Alright, so we're gonna go in here and try to see if we can... Uh-oh. Alright. Obviously, the air has gotten bad. So let's just close up our thing here. Alright, so looks like we're gonna need to do something with the... Let's increase the friction. Why are you being so difficult? There we go. Alright, wait. Alright, cool. We'll try a different way. That's fine. part of the reason why you want to get out of here on a bloody ship is because it's so rocky and so rough. It's hard to get around on a vehicle, man. Alright, let's see if we can go this way. Oh, I want to get up there. I want to try to get up top.
Meteor storm
Nope.
inbound.
Oh, crap. I wonder if I can fit through this opening over here. I don't remember how many, I mean, we should be able to get the basics of a, man, this thing is tough. Oh, man, being in these mountains sucks. And it's hard to even see where you're going. Wait, what's that? Oh yeah, great. Space Pirate Stronghold. Yeah, like we're gonna attack that. We don't even have a gun. Alright, what do we got down here? A cliff, it looks like. Okay. Man, we can't even get down that way. Alright, hold on. Hopping out. Gonna do a quick recon. Alright, there's no... Can't drive down there, no. Not easily, at least. We might be able to get down there, but we won't be getting back up again. I mean, we could give it a try, I guess. It looks like it's going to be so steep, though. Huh. I don't know, guys. It's a tough call, I guess. I guess we give it a go. Ha! Well, it did the trick. Looking for iron, that would be ideal. Oh, there's some iron right over there. Alright. Ideally, we could find a place to salvage, though. But here's the problem. We need nickel and iron. We gotta keep looking. If we can find nickel, iron, and nickel, iron, silicone, all in the same general location, that would be ideal. Ice. Man, though. If we have ice, we can... No. Power cells. We can't really do anything with the ice. Yeah. And we'll have to have it be static at first. But ideally, we drive around until we can find some sort of encounter that we can utilize. Ideally, that would be perfect. Yeah, look, we got plenty of materials, but the power problem is it, you see. That's the tricky part, is the power problem. So we're not going to mess with the pirates. We're going to keep rolling this way, see if we can get out of the mountains, get out into some flat terrain maybe. Because really and truthfully, all we really need is some power. We need power cells. That's like the one thing that we're kind of sunk with unless we can find it out here somewhere. Because anything else is going to have to be static. We could do solar panels, but again, for a flying base, that's going to be problematic. We'll need massive amounts of cells. Which we could do, but, you know. You know me, I just like to make things complicated. Alright, and out we go. There's plenty of ores here, it looks like. Looking to see if there's anything out here that's besides pirate strongholds. Oh, what do you know? We got out of the crazy wastes. Yeah, there's plenty of ores, though. I mean, that's good, but oh, you know what we could do? You know, if we no, we have to have a yeah. Man. We don't have enough to really... I mean, we got to get a flying base, and the best way to do that, the trickiest part, is you're going to have to make a massive solar cell situation. I wonder if we shouldn't just get started. Well, we're going to keep driving for a little bit longer. See what we can kind of stir up around here. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of good stuff out here, but I was hoping for a wrecked hopper or maybe a logistics outpost, something we could get some more materials, potentially get some power cells would be nice, but yeah, it looks like iron. Keep rolling it till you can sometimes get the ores like really close by to each other, which is really handy. Yeah, just wait, what do we got? Oh, here, see? We got nickel, silicone, all relatively close by. I mean, we could just... Yeah. I mean, let's see here. What is the... Okay, so we can get these items here. So nickel and iron is what we're going to need for motors, and we're going to need a lot of motors to get it airborne. But we're going to need a lot of silicone and nickel, though, because we're going to have to solar panel it. At least until we figure out a way to use a battery. That reminds me, what kind of... We could use the batteries off of this vehicle. In the meantime, we could incorporate this vehicle into it. But it would be kind of tricky, but we could do it. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna hit this with and S-I, and we're going to make sure we have that, and we're going to press on. We're going to keep pressing on. Hopefully we can find like something like a watchtower, some sort of structure maybe out here. Maybe something crashed, something abandoned maybe, I don't know. And then even if we don't find it, we can come back and check those locations out. Ooh, cobalt too. Alright. Okay, we just got a stutter, which usually means something spawned in. Okay, there's some nickel again. Yeah, nothing's popping up. Oh, there's iron over there. Is it just iron? Yeah. Gonna go ahead and put the FE on here. And we'll press on. Yeah, not seeing a lot of salvage out here. It's kind of crazy because there is salvage on this planet. And I do have like the wasteland encounters and all that. But man, it is sparse as hell out here. That's really sparse. Nickel, iron. Yeah, there's a lot of nickel and iron deposits in this area here. Yeah, I think I'm not seeing a whole lot out here right now, so what I think we're going to do is we'll shoot out here just a hair bit more, and then we're going to head back over to where we saw the concentration of materials, and then we'll I'm going to do right along this hillock here. Ooh, ice and iron. Well, that's an interesting twist, isn't it? That's like a one of those golden asteroids where you get the you got the iron, you got the ice, and it's like perfect. All right, let's roll on. Yeah, I think we're pretty tapped out on locations. I mean, there may be a salvage location out here somewhere, but we just aren't finding them today. Alright, so let's go ahead and come about. And I think what I want to do, well, actually, you know what? Before we go and do this, well, no. Alright, where is, let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's just a patch of dirt. Oh, we'll go over here first real quick. Alright, we just passed by nickel and iron. We're going to go over here. Just for funsies. Gonna wander around over here real quick. See if anything pops up on the scan, but I'm not seeing anything. Not really. There's iron. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright. So let's head back over to where we have nickel and silicone and then see if it's close to some iron deposits. Okay, well, wow, that was way over there. We're gonna head over towards, oh wait, you know what? We're gonna zip over here and come around this direction towards that iron ice deposit. I just keep thinking that's actually not a bad place, and we're gonna need plenty of iron, of course. There's iron there. Oh wait, here we are. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. We got iron, we got nickel. Alright, so this is where I think we're going to go ahead and do this. We can ride around and pick up stuff out of these mines. But I think this is where we're going to need to start setting up our stuff. So I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead and set a basic GPS location, and we're going to call this Shipyard. And the reason why we're going to call it Shipyard is because this is where the airship is going to get built. There we go. Yeah, this will be good. This will be good right here. Alright. Cool beans. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and, hold on a second. Do we have enough material? Because we can't use... We have to use the actual ores. Oh, no. Alright, we need a refinery. Huh. So we may have to do something here. Alright, I got an idea. And it's kind of crazy, but I think it'll work. Okay, we're gonna do a rotor, and then we'll attach a large head. Let's see, can I do... Well, actually, you know what? We'll just do a small grid rotor. No. How did I do it last time? I think last time we did... I'm pretty sure we did an advanced rotor. Yeah, I think we did the 3x3. Alright, now... Let's see here. Let's look at this. Advanced rotor 3x3, incomplete. Oh, it doesn't give you the option of doing the larger rotor head. Huh. Alright, well... Huh. So, wonder if we can do... If we do a 3x3 top like that... See, that's going to use 6 tubes. We don't have 6 tubes. Wow. Boy, this is not easy. So really our best bet in this circumstance, I mean, we got to refine ores somehow. So the other way to do it would be with hinges. Wonder if I can get away with... If I do a hinge 3x3. Alright, we'll take that. Alright, we're gonna put this on here like this. Alright, now let's see if I can do... Ah, won't let me do it. Alright, Well, that's annoying. I guess the other way to do this would be to go with... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this on here like that. Let's go ahead and get the motors, the chips. Alright, now get this locked in place like this. And then we're going to put a... Let's get the rotor head for small grid right there. And we'll put that on there like that. Okay. Okay, so now, as crazy as that is, I wonder if I can get... Now, I don't know if... I don't think this will let me do it, but we're going to see. Yeah, Yeah, so what we're going to do... Alright, so let's go ahead and line this up. Oh, so tricky. Unable to place it. Alright, place it there. Okay, good. Now... Now we're going to get that, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this... We're going to put the, let's get the refinery up on here, like so. And then we'll get the, put the rotor on here. Hopefully this will let it. This is basically straight up super gridding. Alright, and that's gone there. And let's go ahead and get that set up. Oh, what do we got there? Ooh. Where's that at? Oh. You know what? New plan. Prospecting station just came up. We can do that later. I say let's go after the prospecting station. That's what I'm thinking. Because we can use their components and construct the airship from there and use that as a location where we'll have it. So let's head that way. I was just going to build a rotor and attach it to the back. I did that once before, actually several times before. It gets tricky though, but yeah, this is a really good thing to pop up. Not so good for the STMN, but alright. About 4 clicks away and then we'll be there. Oof. Always with the mountains. Pertam has got a lot of these things. Alright, so around and around we go. Alright. Hopefully it's not in some weird spot, which is going to be hard to get to, because that would really suck. Yeah, I see stuff popping up everywhere. Wow, that's way out there. It's a bright moon out there today. Alright, up and over and over. Alright, going through these valleys. Okay, 3 clicks out. Nice. Defensive protocols. Well, I hope it's not too brutal. So here's the plan. I don't know if it's going to work, guys, but we're going to go and try to get inside of the defensive perimeter. Because I know as soon as we start tearing into that thing, it's going to be a problem. Alright, we're getting there. Prospecting station. I don't remember what the prospecting station looks like. I like the watchtower. I was really hoping for a watchtower or a logistics post, which is really cool too. But I haven't seen a prospecting one, I don't think. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll take over the base and then we'll repurpose it to suit our needs. Which works out really well, I think. Of course, we might get shot up. Hard to say. We'll give it a go. See what happens. Okay, unidentified craft, maintain your distance. Yeah, we'll see. Worst thing is it'll be the end of a very short season. But this is actually probably our very, very, very best option. Whoa, what's up there? Okay. Alright, I think we're directly below their line of sight. I don't think they can get to us from here. I mean, the gun, that couldn't even depress long enough. So, I think we're good. Alright. Now we're going to begin the assault. That's what we're going to do. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we're going to... Alright, so... Alright, there's stairs up there. Now there was weapon systems on the other side. I don't know. I'm looking to see. Looks like the... I don't see anything here. Oh, we got that. That's right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we've got a turret. Oh, okay, I remember these. Okay. Okay, I remember how these work. Alright, we got the big gun up on top. Defensive protocols active, which will bring us a problem if we're not careful. So, I think removing that is our best bet. Alright, so that takes care of the defensive protocols. So getting the drone, having a drone attack is probably not going to happen since we cleared that. So let's go ahead and hack this. And we'll use this to store materials as we continue the takeover. I don't remember what, if anything, there is inside of here for defenses, but we do have a pistol. We'll use it. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and alright, let's see here. Okay, there's nickel and stuff like that. Okay. We'll drop these off in here too. Now, how we build this thing off of this, I think is going to have to be completely dependent on... Well, actually, what's this? We'll just get rid of it. Okay, let's watch and see. What do we got in there? Oh. Yeah, I'll take that, and I'll leave that. What do we got in here? Anything? Eh. Okay. Alright, what's over here? Okay, that's cargo. Wait, what's that down below? Oh, there's the battery. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop off. Let's drop a white armor plate there. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll take those out of there. Why not? Alright, I can't tell. Alright, we're gonna hack this this AI block because I want to be able to at least, you know, we're gonna try to keep these weapon systems operational as we tear it apart. Alright. Where the hell is that damn... Where are the... There, I know there's a gun on that side over there, I'm pretty sure. We may have to tear it apart. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, what's it say here? That Prototech stuff I've heard about, it's got to be made of something out here. I just need to keep looking. Oh, Prototech out here? Oh, hey, good. Thanks for the donation, guys. Alright, now, what do we got in here? Anything useful? Ooh, I'll take those. Alright, let's, okay. I don't know what that is. We've got a... I can hear the turret up there doing its thing. Huh. Okay, we got another battery over here. Lovely. Alright, let's go ahead and get this. We're going to just start tearing stuff apart here. Ooh, 2 batteries back to back. Well, that makes it... This is going to be the deck that we're going to use then, because... Alright. Oh, what's in here? Anything? Alps. More of these guys. Once we get our assembler built up, we'll break that down. Huh. Alright, so... Okay, that's... Okay, there's another battery. Oh wow, look at all that. Now that's damn useful right there. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna hack through this. Oh, a refinery. Well, aren't you useful? Alright, let's go ahead and get up here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna repurpose this thing. But right now, not there. I wanted to see. No, not there. Alright, where are you at? I wonder if you're up here. Aha! There you are. Alright. Okay, we're gonna hack this assault cannon. That way we've got some defenses while we're working. We'll move it over and set up something else, but for now we've got some firepower that can deal with any unpleasantness that wanders by in the form of, oh, I don't know, unpleasant things like big giant rocks, for example, that fall from the sky. Even though it's overkill for doing meteor work. Alright, get this thing welded up. Then we can get a look at the roof and see what's up there too, guys. Wow, this worked out really nicely, actually. Okay, we've got... Alright, let's go ahead and jump over here and hop inside the seat here. Okay, looks like we got... Okay, 2 batteries. We got... Oh, I don't see any interior guns, dude. Oh yeah, there's 1, 2 interior turrets. I wonder if this can... Oh, yes, it lets me see. Okay. Alright, so we got the two interior turrets are up on top on the other side. Okay. Alright, and those are the two batteries right there. And I think what we'll do is we'll base the spine of the ship right there off of those two batteries. That way we've got the weight centralized, and that's where we'll start it off at. And then we'll just tear it apart as we go, and then we'll shave the bottom off, and then we'll be able to utilize it. We'll keep the big, the primary cannon in place. But I don't know if I want the assault cannon to be on the... We gotta decide where that's gonna go. Probably just put it on the bow, right on the nose. Because if I put it on the dorsal side, the top deck, it won't cover the ground portion. But the question is, where's the bigger threats? Maybe I might have to build two. I don't know. We'll see. We may have to salvage a lot of it for just propulsion, though, and that right there is the big challenge. So let's see here. We're going up this way. Uh-huh. All right. No, not there. Aha! But we do go there. And we're gonna actually put one of these on the back and one of these in the on both ends, because I want to be able to have coverage for those stupid falling rocks. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this put away. We're gonna go over here and out here. Alright, let's go ahead and get the, we're gonna get the weapon, we're gonna basically put it up as a meteor gun right here, boom. Just so that we're covered for any kind of unpleasantness. Alright, now, just so that it doesn't start burrowing into things. No large ships and no stations. We also want to reduce the distance for the, we don't want to go to max range, because we only care about the gun, the rocks that are going to come down and frag us. Alright, well that's going on. We're going to run up here and we're going to tackle the other one. Hey Minuteman, welcome! Alright, so let's go ahead and do this one over here. Oh, we're going to get tricky here, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and get up here and get this one ground down. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get the slope in place there. And that we we already own that gun, so I'm not too worried about it. And this is where we're going to put that other one right here. Give it a little bit more coverage. All right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and bring this down to here, and then we'll leave it be. We'll go ahead and take off large ships and stations because we don't want it to attack our stuff. And we'll drop that in there. Okay, so now we have meteor coverage, we've got assault coverage. Now we can go ahead and yeah, so I don't know that we'll claim this, but we probably should because we're going to utilize every little bit of it to make our ship out of it. But that's the thing, we're going to do a new build. We're not going to just like salvage and you know, like we did with the Ministry of Steel. We're not going to basically take a outpost or a facility and put stuff on it. We're going to build this one from scratch. The only problem is we have to be able to incorporate in those batteries because we don't have power cells available to us and we can't build them. We can find them, but I haven't seen any yet. I don't think there was any in any of these containers. There might be, but we got those two perfectly good power cells right there. I mean those batteries. And that's what we're going to use, and we'll try to hack them if we can, but I want to hack the one down below too. But that's going to be our cores. We're going to run off of there, and the rest of this is just going to get built. But I think we'll claim this one. I think this will be our claim for the series. I think it's a good option to claim. I think that it's going to give us all we need to get a good start on our really outstanding build we're going to do here for our base. So let's go ahead and hop over here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit claim NPC grid. That means any further grids we encounter, we're going to have to salvage them and not claim them. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, claimed. All right. So that's how we're going to roll. And this time, you know, our vehicle is even all set. I think what I might do actually, so I might run a ramp off of here. Nah, we're going to tear this whole thing apart anyway, because it's not going to really matter because we're just going to transfer everything over. So basically we got a large cargo container, so as much as I would love to have a large cargo container, as I learned from the Ministry, you got something that big, it gets heavy. So I think in this circumstance, it's not going to work that way. We're going to go ahead and drop materials off in here. Oh, we're not going to need those two. All right, cool. Alright, so one of the things I want to be able to do is I want to be able to have those batteries be part of this this build though, so we're going to probably have to do a merge block on him. Well, no, we won't because we claim this grid, so we should be okay. Actually, let's go ahead and get this in there. Oh, we need some grids. Grids, hello. Are you out here, grids? Nope. Nope. Well, that's not nice. Oh wait, maybe there's grids downstairs. Maybe well, okay. Look, it's a manhole cover. Okay, I don't see. Yeah, I'm looking for heavy armor. Oh, wait, nope. Interior walls. Oh, look what we got here. Oxygen tank. Nice. Okay. Good to know underneath, but no. I don't see any heavy armor, so that's not going to give me the grids I need. Where, oh where could the grids be, I wonder? Huh. Well, yeah, that's going to be a tough one, guys. I don't know where I'm going to get any grids. Grids are one of those things that we can't just make. So, yeah, that's happening. All right, so okay, 24 grids in the large cargo container. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna grind it down. We're grinding it down, and we're going to build a bunch of these little deals. All right. I'm trying to get to this one down below. Alright, cool. And then what we'll do is because we don't have a jetpack, so we've got to be a little bit creative. And that is do it like this. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and I want to have these cargo containers all the way down the spine. It's just because it's going to make life a lot easier to store things. Alright. Alright, so we're getting a little bit further along. And the reason why I'm setting these up is because that's where we're going to stage all the materials too. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And we'll drop these, a few more things in there. Alright, so what do we need? We need those, yeah. Actually, I wonder if those are, is this full? It is, okay. And is this full? It is not. Good. Now it is. Alright, cool. Okay, so we need to get, okay, now we got our grids. That's good. Okay, there's one. And we'll convey all these things around too, so we'll be able to access other things too, so. Okay, let's see here. Let's do some light. Alright, we're working really good here. We've got all these containers in play, which is really good. We need to get the refinery over here too. And that'll start refining ores that aren't already processed, and that's going to be really important. Looks like we have used up all the grids, so hey, that's okay. So the question is where? Well, we're going to start out with grabbing all this stuff out of these containers. We'll leave the container be though for now. Alright, and let's run over here, and in here we've got, of course, the nickel and the ice. Okay. We are going to need to get an H2O2 gen up here just in case we have issues with the air, and in case we get ourselves, you know, a nice little a nice little case of hydrogen engine, that kind of thing, you know. Alright, so those are all emptied out. I don't think there's any more anything else like that except for the yeah, we got out here too. And then we've got the large container, which is going to be basically toast in a few seconds. So all right, well, I think this is really good. We got a good start on this. Pertam's being nice to us so far, so I am not going to complain. Honestly, I thought for sure we were going to get toasted. There's stuff out here that's dangerous, but none of it seemed to be interested in us today, which is absolutely okay with me. So we've got to come up with a name for our airship base once we get it built, and then of course we got to figure out plans on how to be able to do some mining and be able to thrive a little bit and eventually get off this planet. Now here's the rules with the airships. The airships have to be using turbines, so that's what we're working with. Hydrogen engines, that's for getting into orbit. It's not for lifting the base up. So the base is going to need to be on a constant turbine situation. Now when we're not moving around, we can go to station mode, which is going to be really nice. But the bottom line is we're going to need a lot of power, which means we're going to need batteries so that we can go more than a couple of kilometers and then have to go to station mode and rest. So we also need to think about smaller vehicles to go to and from the base, as well as how to deploy them and not. So a whole lot more to come, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my little mini-series, Escape from Pertam. And you might have noticed that the save name is slightly different. That's because I'm using the Pertam planet in a custom-made solar system. So there's a few other planets. As you can see, Pertam in vanilla does not have a moon. However, Pertam here in this particular solar system does. So that's why we have the Wolf solar system name. So anyway, see you next time, guys. Thanks for joining me, and of course, keep on building, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Bye.